To a time much past, I had to go into my imaginative memory when our forefathers were in the fields and when they were building wealth and its accoutrements that they could not enjoy. And when they were looking at all of the labor and the work that they were doing, they were saying, I'm building me a home. And because they couldn't really enjoy the home that they had here, they were focusing on the home in glory. The song went on to say, when you hear me praying, when you hear me moaning, when you hear me shouting, I'm building me a home. Because this earthly house is soon decay and my soul's got to have some place to stay. So that is God's design, right? Our soul has got to have somewhere to stay. And whereas our forefathers' lives were so much restrained, they were faced with so much lack and limits, their faith shifted their thoughts and lifted their hopes so that they focused on what was to come. To that future home, that place where their whole soul had to stay. They thought about that place that their soul would have in heaven, right? Well, that is part of our history. And when we look back, we see that it reveals some pain, but it also should reveal some pride because our forefathers and their strength, it brought us to where we are today. Limits and lack are part of our history, but God has blessed, and it does not have to be part of our heritage and part of the legacy that we continue to take on. We still have a long way to go, but thank God He has brought us from where we are. And I have to ask today, has our focus and our thoughts changed along with the blessings? Have they expanded or shifted or been lifted to realize that while we're building a home for our souls in glory, do we remember, brothers and sisters, that our souls got a home right here? Our souls have a home that was fearfully and wonderfully made, not by our hands or even our mother's hands. The Bible said that God knit us together in our mother's womb. And so nurturing and stewarding it well and also enjoying this home that our souls have here on earth, as temporary as it is a responsibility, and it shall also be a privilege. Not only is this home, y'all do like this for me, please. Y'all hugging your earthly home, right? It's not only the home for our souls, it's also a temple for the Holy Spirit. And so I thank President Pastor Cyrus, I'm giving you two titles there, and Pastor Carter for allowing me to stand here for just a few moments. I'm representing the HOPE Ministry, which is Health Outreach, Prevention, and Education Ministry of the National Baptist Convention, for a very important project. And this is called the All of Us Research Project, where we are looking to help our people to do better as it comes to nurturing and caring for and stewarding well and even enjoying this earthly temple. If you have a handout, can you turn it over to the back? You will see the listing of the top 10 causes of death in the United States. And if you notice this here, this is from 2016 data, and it lists them for all Americans, but I want to just draw your attention that for African Americans, there are some slight differences. For example, for us, diabetes is not number 7, it is number 4. For us, stroke is not number 5, it is number 3. For us, suicide is not in the top 10, but homicide is. It is number 7. Now, if you have a pen, can you do something very quickly? And I want you to put a check. If any of those conditions impact you, do you have heart disease, cancer, accidents, chronic lower respiratory diseases, stroke, Alzheimer's, diabetes, influenza, nephritis, all of those kidney-related conditions? Do any of those impact you? If so, do please put a check by them. Now I'd like for you to circle them if they impact someone that you know or love. What did you say, my brother? He said, that's right, it's got to be all of them, right? And no one, we're not alone. They say that 113 million U.S. adults, that's roughly half of the adults in the United States, have one or more chronic diseases. How many of us know that, yes, these earthly houses are going to soon decay, but God wants better for us, and we have to do our part. So what I want to draw your attention to is that as we look at this, and I mentioned that these top 10 causes are different for African Americans, and not only do we suffer from these conditions, we also tend to suffer at greater extent. Malcolm X, I believe, said that if a white America gets a cold, black America gets pneumonia. Let's take a look at just a couple of these as it relates to the hearts. African Americans, we're 60% more likely to have high blood pressure. African American men and women are 30% more likely to die from heart disease. Let's talk about diabetes. African American adults are 80% more likely to have been diagnosed with diabetes, and we're twice as likely to die. What about cancer? We have the highest mortality rate of cancer out of all racial and ethnic groups combined. And compared to non-Hispanic whites, we are 2.3 times more likely to die for prostate cancer. That's our men, and our women are 40% more likely to die from breast cancer compared to non-Hispanic whites. Let's talk about our seniors. Older African Americans get Alzheimer's at a higher rate than any other racial and ethnic group. We're twice as likely to die from non-Hispanic whites. And even our babies, y'all. Our babies, our infants are 3.2 times more likely to die from complications related to low birth weight. Y'all, it affects us, and it affects us bad. And the question I ask today, my brothers and sisters, is what are we going to do about it? When we look back at our history, we see that we have historically not had a seat at the table when it comes to healthcare. When it comes to things about research and education and resources, we typically have been kept apart. And then when we were given opportunity, we see evil and non-ethical treatments. When you look at Henrietta Lacks and the Gila experience, or when you look at the Tuskegee syphilis experience, we have had such a troubling history with this. But again, that is our history, but does it have to be our heritage? An effort was put in part, and this is called the All of Us Research Initiative, and they realized that if we are going to change the health status in the United States, we cannot have everything to continue to be designed for non-Hispanic whites. Because see, usually the dominant culture is going to dominate and to direct where resources go. So all resources and treatments and therapies have been designed for white men, which is why other races and women have such low health status. All of us is designed to change that. And what this is it is a program where their goal, and we've been working on this for 2 years, is to get 1 million, y'all say 1 million? 1 million adults to sign up and be part of a research initiative. This is not clinical trials, it is just research. They need information about us. They need information about our lifestyles, our stressors, our habits, where we live, where we work, where we worship, where we play. They need to have information about Black people so we can design therapies that can prevent diseases, better treat diseases, and cure diseases in Black people. But it can't happen if we don't step up. So what we are asking is that we're trying to get our people to step up. If a table hasn't been set for us, we're pulling up a chair to the table, like Shirley Chisholm says, and we have to do that by signing up. On the other side of your handout is some information about all of us. Basically, it is designed to help advance precision medicine. Now, it's going to help everybody, because instead of just saying one size fits all, because it doesn't, it allows medical treatments and therapies and preventions to be designed and precise to individuals. So we need to have people to sign up. It is a research program. You would give information. They would look at things like your health habits, where you live, patterns, things that can affect people's health. You can sign up online. It is very simple. This research program will last for 10 years, and you can opt out at any time. Now, Pastor Cyrus has invited the All of Us program Journey Bus to come to New Hope Baptist Church a couple of months ago. Can I see hands for those of you that saw the Journey Bus or participated? Quite a number. Yeah. And if you have signed up, thank you. I hope that you have continued on. I want to encourage everyone here to do this, to just sign up, to take a stand, to change, to help us to find and to turn some of this inequity in health. We realize the problem. We are presented with an opportunity to make a change. There are all kinds of safeguards regarding your privacy. You are in control on what you choose to share or not share. I'm asking, I'm imploring, I'm beseeching that everyone here not only considers joining this program, but also encouraging those that you love. Let us take a stand, not just a seat. Let's take a stand and come together collectively so we can help bring some social justice to health. I ask before you leave today that you fill out that small form that is on there, your name and an email address, and then check just a yes, no, or maybe. Yes, I care about advancing and I do want to join. No, I don't. Or maybe I need some more information. I will follow up with you. And if you want to go on ahead and join on your own right away, just go to joinallofus.org. And it's a very simple process. There's more education on there as well. Y'all, let's take care of these earthly houses here on earth, right? So that we can enjoy them, because God desires that we be in good health, and we prosper not only spiritually, but physically as well. Thank you all so much for the time.